Welcome back, basketball fans. Today we're diving into the most viral NBA playoff moments of the decade. From jaw-dropping performances to game-changing plays, these moments captivated audiences and became the talk of the town. So grab your popcorn and let's relive the excitement. Number 1. Nate Robinson, Chicago Bulls, 2013. Nate Robinson, a player for the Chicago Bulls in 2013, delivered a truly remarkable performance during Game 4 of the 2013 Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Throughout his NBA career, Robinson had established himself as an offensive force, but it was during his particular playoff series that he truly shined. Robinson consistently stepped up for the Bulls during their 2013 postseason run. Notably, he had an outstanding game in the team's victory over the Miami Heat in Game 1 of the semifinals, where he scored 27 points and dished out 9 assists. However, his most unforgettable moment came during Game 4 of the first round against the Brooklyn Nets. Despite being down 14 points with less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation, Robinson single-handedly led the Bulls for a remarkable comeback. In a stunning display, he scored 29 of his 34 points in the fourth quarter and 3 overtimes. His heroic efforts nearly secured victory for Chicago, as he hit a remarkable floating one-handed long two-pointer that nearly won them the game in the first overtime, leaving just 2 seconds on the clock. While this performance did not seal the series for the Bulls, it played a crucial role in giving the team some breathing room. It's important to note that during that playoff run, the Bulls were missing both Derrick Rose and the superstar version of Jimmy Butler, despite dropping the next 2 games. Robinson's incredible display gave the Bulls the margin for error they needed. As a result, they managed to advance to the next round, accomplishing an impressive feat that wouldn't have been possible without Robinson's sensational performances. Number 2. Boris Diaw, San Antonio Spurs, 2014. Boris Diaw asserted his importance in the San Antonio Spurs in 2014 following his signing in 2012 after being released by the Charlotte Bobcats. In a pivotal Game 6 of the 2014 Western Conference Finals, Diaw's impact was undeniable, especially with Tony Parker sidelined due to the left ankle injury that he had. Not only did he contribute a remarkable 26 points, his 3rd highest in the postseason, but he also exemplified why he was a perfect fit for the Spurs' offensive system. Diaw showcased his finesse near the rim, skillfulness in the post, reliable shooting, and a smart understanding of the game. He excelled in both power and finesse, always positioning himself optimally off the ball. Surpassing expectations, Diaw's explosive performance in a game that secured the Spurs' return to the NBA Finals solidified his indispensability on a championship-winning team, which can only be described as astonishing. Number 3. Josh Smith, Houston Rockets, 2015. Josh Smith, a player for the Houston Rockets in 2015, delivered a remarkable performance during Game 6 of the 2015 Western Conference semifinals. Despite his unexpected role in the team following his recent signing after being waived by the Detroit Pistons, Smith ended up being the savior of the Rockets season. The series between the Rockets and the Los Angeles Clippers was filled with ups and downs. Initially trailing 3-1, Houston was on the verge of elimination, typically the end of the road for many teams. Even after a dominant win in Game 5, the Rockets entered the final quarter of Game 6 with a 13-point deficit, appearing to be heading towards defeat. However, what took place next defied all expectations. Smith exploded in the fourth quarter, scoring 14 points, including 3 impressive three-pointers on a 3-4 shooting. His performance, coupled with Houston's outstanding 40-15 quarter, forced a Game 7. Despite not receiving much support from his star teammates, James Harden and Dwight Howard, who failed to make a single field goal, Smith led the charge alongside Corey Brewer. Smith's volcanic performance not only saved the Rockets' season, but also ensured their first conference finals appearance during the Harden era. By defeating the Clippers in Game 7, Smith effectively shattered Lob City's greatest chance of advancing beyond the second round. The impact of Smith's contribution cannot be underestimated, particularly considering the ultimate outcome of the series. Number 4. Matthew Dellavedova, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2015. Matthew Dellavedova of the Cleveland Cavaliers gained a reputation during the 2015 NBA Finals as the so-called Stephen Curry stopper. This label, however, was an exaggerated response to a fleeting moment that favored Dellavedova. Nevertheless, the fact that Dellavedova was ever seen as a potential antidote to Curry's offensive is an achievement in itself. When Kyrie Irving sustained a left knee injury towards the end of Game 1 of the 2015 NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers found themselves with limited options. Dellavedova, who was previously rotational as a player, receiving occasional significant minutes, swiftly became a crucial component of the backcourt. Surprisingly, his presence proved effective. Dellavedova's forceful and, according to some, even dirty defense on Curry earned him both praise and criticism. In Game 2, Curry struggled as he shot 5 of 23 from the field, including a mere 2 of 15 from beyond the arc, while being closely guarded by Dellavedova. Despite this being an isolated performance within the series, Dellavedova's reputation transformed into something legendary. His heroics reached their peak during Game 3, although Curry scored 27 points and converted 7 of 13 three-pointers. Dellavedova relentlessly applied his defensive skills. Furthermore, he also contributed 20 points of his own. His physical exertion during the game, which required medical treatment afterward, further exemplified his wholehearted commitment. The passage of time and changing circumstances have somewhat diminished Dellavedova's accomplishments during the 2015 postseason. Ultimately, the Golden State Warriors emerged as champions, and Dellavedova did not prove to be the definitive Stephen Curry stopper, as once touted. Nevertheless, his relentless energy played a significant role in prolonging the Cavaliers' hopes. They managed to win Games 2 and 3, and even if their chances were short-lived and somewhat illusionary, Dellavedova helped instill a sense of belief in the team, despite the absence of Irving and Kevin Love. Number 5. Terry Rozier, Boston Celtics, 2018. Terry Rozier of the Boston Celtics had an exceptional performance during the 2018 Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Despite facing less than ideal circumstances with key players sidelined, he took on significant responsibility and led the team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Rozier's playoffs are often associated with his breakthrough, and while that recognition is deserved, his impact goes beyond statistics. With solid numbers of 16 points and 5 assists per game, he demonstrated his skills despite facing challenges in terms of efficiency. To clarify, I'm not disregarding Rozier's impressive performance in the 2018 playoffs. I want to acknowledge that this dominance against the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round was not the norm throughout the entire postseason. His ability to outshine Eric Bledsoe and provoke memorable trash talk was undoubtedly significant. This series propelled the emergence of Scary Terry into the national spotlight while exposing criticisms towards Bledsoe and the Bucks that still persist. This begs the question, is Bledsoe a liability in that playoffs? Throughout 7 games, Rozier averaged 17.6 points and 6.7 assists, with a 3-point shooting percentage of 38.2%. Although he had a couple of off-shooting nights after Game 2, Rozier elevated his game to superstar status when it mattered most. In Game 7, he delivered an impressive performance of 26 points and 9 assists. His clutch shooting, including crucial late three-pointers, secured Boston's survival in the fairy tale postseason beyond the first round. And there you have it, folks, the most viral NBA playoff moments of the decade. Which moment was your favorite? Did we miss any iconic plays? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling basketball content. Until next time, keep ballin'!